Morning. Sure, this is the face y'all want to see when you wake up every day, right? All right, so today I'm going to lecture you guys about, I want to say lecture. I'm going to teach about the Great Depression, and we're going to compare a little bit of it today, or compare a lot of the Great Depression to what we're seeing today with the pandemic, the coronavirus pandemic, right? So go ahead and log into your causes and comparisons of the Great Depression. All right, let's talk about these comparisons. All right. Before we get started, a couple things I want to cover. Number one, I don't know how many more times I can say it, or how many different languages I can say it in, but when you're trying to access your assignments on Google Classroom, actually go to the Google Classwork page. All right. Do not try to access your assignments through the NTI page. All right. Those are only previews. I can't give you access to those. All right, so make sure you actually go to Google Classroom. All right, so there's that, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you. Right now, we're all good. So if you haven't taken your test from Friday, please make sure you get that done. That's all I got. Okay, so let's go over this real quick. Today's packet, yesterday was about 7 or 8 questions. Today we're looking at 4. All right, first one is a lot of similarities between the Great Depression and the coronavirus pandemic. In both situations, we saw people that had used their life savings to open up a business. So put yourself in those people's shoes for a minute. Oh, save up all your life. One day I'm going to own a sporting goods store, right? And you finally open it up on March 1st of this past year. And then the governor comes on in the middle of the month and says, all non-essential businesses are shutting down, all right? Pretend that you are one of those business owners. Your family is depending on this income from your business. What's your plan of action? This question does not have a correct answer, okay? This is more of an opinion, what you would do, all right? Are you going to close the business and look to open it up again when the time is right? Are you going to find a way for your business to help with the crisis? Interesting thought. Close the business before you lose any money and hope for a stimulus check from the government. A lot of people are probably doing that. Would you merge with another business to try and survive the crisis? These are all, to me, these are all productive options. To me, these are all common sense options. All right. So no wrong answer on one of these. Pick one. What kind of leadership do you look for in these situations? Are you looking for a leader to keep everything closed until the crisis is over? Is your leader going to protest the closing of businesses? Do you look for your leader to take a step-by-step approach to opening all the business once the experts say it is safe? Or do you just want all the businesses to open up right away? A lot of discussion about that. A lot of people need that money. A lot of people need that paycheck. This is a scary time for a lot of people. Right now, just like during the Great Depression, people were like, how are we going to make money? How are we going to survive? How are we going to feed our kids? I 110% agree with all that. So this is all options, all right? These are all options. There's no wrong answer. You need to think about the one that maybe is the safest for you and your family. So, all right, Roosevelt, Obama, Trump have all sent out stimulus checks to people negatively impacted by the economy during the Great Depression, the 2009 recession, and the coronavirus pandemic. Critics of Roosevelt and Obama criticized the checks as big government or socialism. Now that President Trump has thankfully dispersed these checks to U.S. citizens, what do you say to someone that was once a critic of big government or socialism but accepts one of these checks? Basically, I'm looking for you to do what y'all are best at, and that's looking for hypocrisy. Looking for the hypocrites, okay? Is it hypocrisy? If you've been sitting here saying, I'm not voting for Bernie Sanders, I'm not voting for Joe Biden because they're going to bring socialism into our country. But then you get one of these stimulus checks from the government, what do you say to those people? Is it okay for them to cash it, or are you going to say, nope, don't cash it? Socialism. Something to think about, all right? Brings up a lot of good discussion. And our last question for today. Hoover dismissed the Depression in 1929 by calling it cyclical and that the economy would work itself out, quote unquote. President Trump called the coronavirus pandemic a hoax and that it would go away. This isn't anything, by the way, a lot of people felt this way. Okay, a lot of people felt like this would pass, right? We've lived with, the swine flu. We've lived with SARS. There's always some kind of virus that's made its way throughout the world. We haven't had a reaction quite like this, though. All right, so what could have been the purpose of these two presidents' initial reactions? Why do sometimes our leaders underreact as opposed to overreact? Okay, so maybe those leaders wanted to keep the people calm. Maybe they hadn't seen anything like this before, and therefore we shouldn't expect a perfect reaction. It's very true. When something happens that you've never seen happen before, guys, you can't expect a perfect reaction to that. You can't. It's not realistic. Or they're waiting to offer some kind of response that benefits them politically. That's very much what politicians do. When something does happen, especially something crazy, they stand still. They hold still and not say a word until they know how it will impact their political career, unfortunately. That does happen a lot. So that's something to think about. I want you to look at these questions, and these are mostly opinion. And I would think about what keeps people safe. I would think about what keeps people safe, but also what helps people keep their head above water and not die of starvation or lose their homes or their cars. We do run the risk right now of that happening to a lot of people. So, luckily right now, a lot of people that live in apartments are being told they can't get evicted. A lot of governors have said don't evict any of your residents until this is over. Problem is, for those landlords, their question is going to be, well, when is all this over? So take those items into consideration. You may want to check out some news clips from YouTube about these questions. All right, that'll help you answer. All right, so good luck. 4 questions today, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow to talk about the New Deal. All right, take it easy. Bye.